Imagine driving up to a brightly lit storefront. The open sign is on, the shelves are stocked, but when you walk up to go inside, there is no door, just a solid brick wall. For years, local businesses built their digital presence on a single foundation, a Google business profile. You collected 100 five-star reviews, uploaded photos, kept your hours updated, and the phone rang. Consumer behavior fractured. Left, the standard Google Map Pack. Right, an AI recommendation from ChatGPT. Notice the top-rated Map Pack business. In the AI answer, it vanishes. The AI instead lists 3 different competitors and cites their direct web links. Over 37% of consumers now use these AI tools to find local services. They are skipping the traditional map interface entirely. Relying strictly on a map listing makes you feel secure, but it is a closed, isolated ecosystem owned entirely by Google. If you operate without a web presence that these new systems can actually read, you are structurally invisible to a rapidly growing segment of the market, and that means you are losing jobs to competitors every day. To understand why you aren't showing up, we have to look at how these systems process data. When an AI decides who to recommend for a local job, it uses a completely different set of rules. Large language models do not scroll through map applications. They cannot see your red pin on a geographic grid. The new requirement for digital visibility is called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. GEO works by crawling the open web. It looks for formatted, structured text data that lives independently outside of walled gardens like Google Maps. To formulate an accurate answer, it ingests explicit service descriptions, clearly stated location details, and text-based customer testimonials. The reality is completely binary. To be cited by an AI system, you must possess a dedicated, machine-readable website to feed the algorithm. When an AI sails to recommend you, it is not evaluating your craftsmanship or your real-world reputation. It simply cannot find the crawlable data it needs to verify your existence. Let's look at a competitor who adapted. Their central website acts as an anchor, sending clean data to the AI node. The AI pulls from external directories linking lag to back to night. Each connection acts as a mathematical vote of credibility. It is not enough to have a 5-star average. The text of those reviews must be structured so the machine can read exactly what services your customers are praising. Your website is the required hub that formats all this scattered information into a language the algorithm understands. Now, compare that interconnected web to a business relying solely on a map listing. The network vanishes. You are left with a single isolated pin. Because that pin exists inside a closed ecosystem, there are no data arrows pointing to the AI node. The system is entirely blind. You could be the most skilled contractor in a 50-mile radius. You could answer every call on the first ring. None of that matters if the machine doesn't know you are there. The competitor wins the job purely by providing the necessary readable data structure to the machine. This graph tracks AI prominence over time. These models learn and reinforce their own successful recommendations. Every time a user clicks a cited business, the algorithm learns to recommend it more often, which creates a massive compounding advantage for early adopters. Consider the math. In a market with 15,000 monthly searches, missing out on just 5% of that exposure can cost you 20 leads a month. At an average job value of $3,000, that single blind spot is siphoning off over $700,000 in potential annual revenue. Deciding to wait is not a neutral choice. Every month you delay, you're actively bleeding future market share to competitors who are cementing their position in the algorithm today. We built a solution to bridge this exact technical gap. We have already drafted a complete, custom digital infrastructure for your business. We pulled the photos, contact details, and reviews directly from your existing map profile, but we rebuilt the foundation with a proper schema markup so AI systems can actually index and comprehend it. We pair this new hub with our 5 high-velocity lead tiers, actively syndicating your structured data across major directories to force AI indexing. A typical agency charges thousands for basic web design and monthly SEO retainers. We provide this complete AI-optimized system for a one-time investment of $497. That is a fraction of what you are losing in a single week of invisibility. The draft is done. The data is structured. Claim this digital infrastructure today, or accept that as automated recommendations become the standard, your business will simply be left off the list.